Alahaginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yashala, Yahweh, Alahaginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yashala, Yahweh, Alahaginawa, Yahweh, Achad, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Bahasar Wakha Kudash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. As a high spirit, we in Judah. Today I want to go into a topic entitled Avatar Proves Why E Has to Be Put in Chains. Avatar the sequel, proves how Esau has to be put back in chains. All right. So, uh, Barakwa Tawab. All right. So you Akim, you Akwath, or tapping into this live stream. Um, Peace and blessings, health and wellness to you. I'm not gonna say Happy New Year. I hope it's a. First of all, it's not a new year. The new year starts around Passover. All right, around springtime. It only makes sense. That's when things spring forth of the earth, because things are renewed. All right. Furthermore, we're not putting that vibration of those pagan, you know, entities out, right? Nonetheless, it's 2023. All right, and I recently saw the sequel to Avatar, and I want to say too. I mean, brothers got their own lives and their own world, but it doesn't hurt, man. You know, if you're a brother that's kind of like a recluse, kind of homebound, man, it doesn't hurt to be a movie buff, man. It doesn't. You know, the Most High he deals with these directors. You know, I've been making an effort to get back into the spirit of just catching movies, man. Lately, there's been some good movies coming out. Nonetheless, uh, I saw the movie Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, which is the cinematography. You know, it didn't fail me. James Cameron, with this cinematography, man, I love it. And there was a $250 million budget that went into that movie. A $250 million budget went into that movie, and it grossed over 1 billion something dollars. But that movie reminds me of Psalms 149. If we got enough brothers on the comment board, because I want to put some substance in a live stream, I don't just want to rant. But a brother could get Psalms 149 and put it on the comment board with Bakashah. Psalm 149, all right? How we going to bind their kings with chains, okay? Because it says in Psalm 149, they were going to bind their king in chains. It tells you in Amos 9, they were going to dig into hell and pluck their kings out of those war bunkers, man. Those nuclear bunkers, all right? But what are we going to take them out of those bunkers and do? We're going to put them in slavery. And this is a light movie spoiler, all right? Because if you've seen the first Avatar was 13 years old. So if you didn't see that, hey, you know, I can't help it. I got to give it away a little bit. But at the end of the movie, of the first Avatar, um, the military, Esau's military, that was hauled off and sent back to Earth, all right? But because of the fact that they had different technology or whatever, they basically came back in a sequel to take over Pandora because of the water, my brother, and take over Pandora because of his resources. And one thing that came to mind, the first thing that came to mind when I started what they were doing in the sequel, I was like, man, that's why E has to be put back in slavery and ultimately destroyed. You have to fully get rid of a counselor, man. You can't just kick the counselor, you know, tuck it off in the corner somewhere, because what's going to happen? That tumor is going to grow again. All right, this is going to corrode the body, destroy the body. So that's what happened in the sequel. They came back, and because they came back to take Pandora, all right, the Navi, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, they left from Pandora to the waters. All right, so that's their new habitation. But even with the waters, you know, E was attacking the ocean. He was attacking the ocean. He was killing the whales and things of that nature. But let's go. Let me get these scriptures. All right. This is Psalm 94 and 3. It says, Yahweh, how long shall the wicked How long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And get this real quick. Kind of cuts it off. Let me go. Let me get this scripture. Psalm 94:6. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless, and that's what they were doing, man. And James Cameron, the movie, what he explained was that the avatars, the Na'vi, they represent the natives. All right, Gad, Reuben. All right. He let you know who is an avatar. Black Panther, Planet of the Apes, just to name a few. And it's the same fucking thing. They put reality in fiction. Okay, that's their thing. All right. Psalm 94:5. They break in pieces thy people, O Yahweh, and afflict thine heritage. And the movies the brother just named, man, those are classic movies that I recommend brothers and sisters watch, especially if you into that type, man, type of movie. Avatar, Black Panther, Planet of the Apes. All right. He let you know who he is. All right, and he lets you know who we are in those movies. All right. Um, I can't get the whole thing out here. That's my fault. But it says Psalm 149:6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So why do we need to put them in chains? Well, for one, chains represents labor, so they're going to build our kingdom. But also, you have to put kings. I'm not kings. You have to put Esau in chains, man, because you have to put like there's this show called man, I think it's called Conspiracy Theories. It's a cartoon about the Illuminati, right? But one of the guys they had, he was the president, and I think he tried to take over the world. But when they finally got a hold to him, all right, they put him in a secret room and put him in like in this cage, but they kept him alive, right? But they had to bind him down, all right. But long story short, that's what you have to do with Esau Edom, man. He has to be put in slavery, man. That's his order on earth because he's like a wildfire. And when he got freed, he turned around and freed another servant, our women. So between Esau Edom, wait a minute, let me take off my hoodie. All right, but between Esau Edom and our women, man, the earth is out of whack, man. All right, what's up? All right, the earth is out of whack because of Esau Edom, man. Then when I saw the movie Avatar: The Way of the Water, Eve was hunting whales. So I looked up on Google and I found out, they hunt whales for various reasons. But in a particular short documentary, it said even if we stop hunting whales because it's illegal in most places, their population would never be where it was before they started hunting whales. It'll never be there. Even if they stop hunting whales all the way to 2000 or the year 2100, it'll never be half as many whales in the ocean as it was before they started hunting whales, man. Um, and what happens was when you hunt whales, it throws off the ecosystem underwater. So when the whales got endangered, a lot of other species declined in numbers, man. All right, and it totally threw off the planet Earth. And they also said that because the whales have been put to death in mass numbers, that totally ruined the atmosphere because whales are responsible for killing the toxins in the atmosphere. Who would have fucking knew? Look it up. I challenge you. Whales are responsible for killing, decreasing that carbon, um, that carbon in the atmosphere. Hundreds of thousands. They had the ability to decrease hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon in the atmosphere, but because they were killed in mass numbers, that's another reason why we don't have that natural cleansing system in our planet. All right. So when somebody over your house, they don't take care of your shit. All right. That's how you know this is not his fucking planet because he don't take care of this planet. But the planet belonged to the Israelites, and that's why they were so careful and held this planet Earth in such high regard, especially the Northern Kingdom. All right. All right. It says, Khan, you notice in all those movies, he destroyed the people and the land of a functioning, peaceful, beautiful society. And this man's a fucking counselor, man. Proverbs 21:12, the righteous man wisely considered the house of the wicked, but the Most High overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. And that's what's about to happen, man. All right? They propagate, all right, their little narrative that the so-called UFOs are the enemies to humanity and they're the enemies and we might have to fight against them. No, you're the enemy of humanity. You're the fucking alien. And the chariots, the angels of Yahweh, are about to overthrow you to protect the earth and to vindicate the Israelites. Okay? All right. Let me see what else brothers got. Psalm 94:5, they break in pieces thy people, O Yahweh, and afflict thine heritage. All right? So there you go. I think I got most of the scriptures, the water for posting the scriptures. My battery got low real quick. All right? But I think that's pretty much the point, man. One thing that Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, all right, showed me, all right, one thing it showed me was that, look, man, Esau is a nation that you have to put in chains, and we get it. A lot of Jakes argue, man, Esau ain't gonna be in slavery in the kingdom, or all this slave shit. They don't want Unc to go in slavery, man. All right, but the point is he has to be restricted and put down, because if not, he's gonna be a wildfire that destroys the earth. And that's why ultimately he's gonna be, when he reaches his, all right, now when he fulfills his duty, all right, when he fulfills his duty as a slave for 1,000 years, he's gonna be sent back to the spirit world, man. All right, but with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. All right, like I said, Avatar 2 shows you why E has to be put in slavery, man. All right, because if you just let them roam free, they're gonna regroup. They're gonna regroup and cause havoc. The harbingers of death, the harbinger of death needs to be subdued. That's facts, brother. I'm becoming more and more aware of how this man is a hazard to existence, man. He's a hazard to existence. I mean, you know, he has to put his own documentaries about what he's done on the planet Earth. One animal gets thrown out of the equation and it has a negative ripple effect in the ecosystem. But what the animals do in their habitat affects us as earthlings. It always affects us, man. Like now it's illegal to kill honeybees, and that's what this faggot does, man. He destroys these animals until they're down to a small number. Now they're precious. Now it's illegal to kill them. You know? Now it's illegal to hunt whales. All right? For their little oil, man. But Esau was an animal, man. All right, Jake fighting pit bulls has no comparison to what this man is doing on a large scale to the planet Earth, man. Killing all type of animals for sport. All right? It goes into that scripture in Ecclesiastes, blessed thou land when I ruler is a son of nobles and he eat for strength. But then it said, woe to thee thy land when our ruler or thy prince is a child who eat in the morning. And that's what a child does. He just destroys shit for fun. So he doesn't hunt animals to feed his people. He hunt animals for fucking fun. That's a fucking child. All right? But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to you. How about Shema Shai, by Shema Kaku Dash, the other star elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness, and house of David the elect. Abba Baba, come here, Shalom.